it was easier for me with my daughter, but not completely easy with my son because there's so many like the issues we're talking about. I can't have those conversations with him because he's not even going to listen. Mom, no, don't, no, you know, because, you know.
He's a man.
So it's like I always say, you can't do it alone. One important thing I try to do is to make sure that their father was present in their life, you know, so those conversations, he could have it with the dad or have it with my elder brother. Because raising a male child, you have to extremely be intentional about their thoughts and their growth and what runs through their mind. And most time the guy just wants to be the guy. He doesn't even want to talk to you about anything. True. So that you still need, you know, a male figure, even not a dad, at least a man in that family or someone close to you could always relate to the boy child while you know, raise. I feel it's like a stigma when you're a single mom, and it's been like that. And that is one of my driving forces to be successful, because I said to myself, you know, I'm gonna make it. It makes you work twice as hard. So everything you have to do, you do it twice as hard. You're very intentional, listening to your kids. You don't want them to do anything wrong. At the time, Priscilla said to me, Mom, you don't trust me. She was already in Bangkok. And she's like, you don't trust me. Every time you don't allow me be, like I'm always, I have to be with someone, like a bodyguard and everything. And I was like, no, it's not you I don't trust, it's your friends I don't trust. You know, because you have to like be very cautious of everything. Because you know, if it goes wrong, they're going to come for you.
Absolutely.
They're going to say, oh, you see, you failed. Because the man, and most times the men are, even the married ones, the men are not there because they're busy out there working and looking for money.
Exactly.
It's still the woman's job. The only thing is that now the woman has to look for the money. Do you understand? And there's a lot of married people that the woman is hustling, looking for money. The man is still hustling, looking for money. But the women tend to pay more attention to the children.
Let me talk about parents in the way, because I've followed you for a while. And I see that when you talked about her friends, that's not the impression I have. I felt that you brought in those friends. You sort of adopted too many of your kids' friends so that you are in the circle of things. That's what I see from outside.
Yeah, I'm talking about, I was talking about school.
She went to Bangkok,
You know, she's in school. She has so many people in school. And then I left the strict instructions that she can step out unless a particular number is being called, which is just one of my lines. If I don't call from that line, they should not allow her to go out. So that's what I was talking about.
Talk about that decision to
allow her friends.
Our friends, and, you know, raise them. You know the way we were raised. The profile your friend. This one, I don't want to see this one. I don't want to see this one. I don't want to see this one. But you and your love, for instance, I just thought, you know, you opened your doors.
Number one, I love children. And I opened my doors to so many children. Some are not even Priscilla or Festus friends. They're just kids. I just, as my spirit leads. So I do that a lot. Most of her friends and his friends and their friends, because I mean, I didn't raise them alone. I raised them with other kids. So there were like 7 of them.
Living with you?
Yes. So I raised them all together. My cousins, my nephews, you know. And one of my staff, I adopted her and the daughter. So I raised all of them together. And obviously when you have 7 kids in the house, you're definitely going to have a lot of young ones coming in.
Sure.
You know, and if you push them away, they will go outside. So you have to allow them come in, because that's how you get to know who is this and who's that. And then you get to ask, who are your parents? Where do you stay? What do you do? Why are you here at this time? You know, I love them. They can come, because my girl child hardly goes out to do any staycation or whatever. Sleepovers. No, not allowed.
Okay, so I have, you mentioned something. And you said it in passing, but it is not something I want us to just gloss over. That you allowed your ex to have a relationship with the children, especially in this time where it gets to social media, that people are coming online to beg to have access to their children. Men are coming to ask that, I want to see my child and all of that. Well, how easy was it for you?
Not easy.
to allow that relationship to continue? And how important would you say it is to ensure that your ex had a relationship with the children?
Okay, so the first thing I said to myself is, my sins are not my children's sins. My mistakes are not their mistakes.
Wow.
And I'm not going to allow a circle continue to run. My mom and my dad were separated. I didn't even know them together. I didn't get to know my mom until I was like 7, right? And when I did, it was with my mom a bit, with my dad a bit, it was a whole lot in my head. And most times I'm in school, because I went to one of the best schools, like Grace Children's School, then when I was much younger. And when I'm in the class and we're talking about, you know, mommy, daddy stuff, I'm confused. Because the only person I really know as a parent was my grandmother, right? My late grandmother. So there was a lot of confusion going on in my head. And when I grew up and I got to know some certain things, I didn't want that for my children. So I had to pay the price. I had to take whatever, because it's not their fault. And it worked, because my kids grew up well. Like, Priscilla was about 15 or so when I didn't even know you guys were separated. Like, it didn't dawn on her.
Wow.
Yes, because every Christmas, it was a ritual. I'll get 2 gifts each. And I make sure the dad's gift is bigger. Do you understand? So, Boxing Day, they're always eager to run downstairs and open the gift box. And they don't open my own first, they open his own first. You understand? So I did everything possible. I got them a phone just for weekends.
You're separated in the house, and both of you are staying in the same house?
No, we were never stayed in the same house.
Okay.
But when he was in Nigeria,
yes,
I allowed him come into my home anytime to see the kids. I allowed him take the kids to his place anytime. Do you know? So they just didn't know, because I never cussed out on him in their presence. There was never bitterness. Yes, there was never no. Whatever discussion I had about their dad was with my friends and closed doors. I think the first time I ever talked about anything that had to do with my marriage was when I was talking to single mothers. Was it 2019? There was this video that went viral. I started crying. I was emotional because the lady actually sent me a message, and I get those kind of message every time in my DM. But that one just kind of hit me, you know. And I was like, okay, let me just address this. Let me talk about this. The people know that single motherhood is not easy, but you know you're gonna get past it. So for me, I didn't show no hate. I didn't show no bitterness. They didn't know who was paying school fees or who was not paying school fees. Do you understand? If I call him and say, this is the bill, and he says, I don't have, fine, I'm doing it. Because at the end of the day, they are my kids. I made that decision.
I think that's
so it's my thing. You know. And today, Festus, yes. Festus. Where's the camera?
It's in front of you.
Right in front of you.
Festus. I'm jealous. It's very close to the dad. Yes. Wow. Yeah, in fact, when I go to see him and he's talking, I think he's talking to a friend. And who is that? My dad. I'm like, Festus is laughing. He's like, what's going on? Like, because I never made it a big deal. I never showed any sign.
You know, people are going to watch this interview now. Say, Shebi, you are toxic, even though they had, you know, done a lot of evil to that woman. They're saying they're going to say, see Iyabo, go and see your mates. She did not show. She did how she handled it, and they're going to get away with some form of injustice.
No, they don't have to get away with it, because you know the kids, they grow and they know. My kids, they know the truth.
But I also wanted to find out, while you were, you know, doing this and carrying it on, did he make it difficult for you? Because we've heard stories of how some people would want to do it just the way that you've done it, but the other party just finds ways of making things difficult. Or was he just someone that understood?
Okay, so for me, I didn't really care. I was done. So whatever contribution he wanted to contribute or not contribute didn't matter to me. I gave the options. There's a phone. When you want to call them weekends. They will pick up their call. So if you call, if you don't call, I'm not bothered. When the kids come and say, oh, I've not spoken to my dad, you've not spoken to him. Maybe he's busy, he traveled, he's doing something. I don't even show it. I'm like, he's busy, he will call you. And if he stays long to call them, Priscilla will not pick up her call. And then he will call me and say, Priscilla is not picking up. I say, hey, what's my own? Don't you have a number? Do you understand? I'm like, okay, sorry, I was busy. Then he gives his explanations to them. I don't explain anything to them.
You know,
I allow them have their relationship the way he wants to have it with them.